Do y'all love old family recipes? I know I certainly do. And today I'm going to pass one along to you that my grandma made all the time, but I'm going to put a little bit of a new twist on it. Hello, welcome back to Old School Nana. We are going to make fried apples, and by the time we're done, they're going to have a sugar-free caramel sauce. So let's just go ahead and get started. I have my cast iron skillet, if I can ever remember which burner I'm supposed to turn on, and we're going to turn it up a little more than halfway. I'm going to use about a half a stick of butter. That skillet heating up, get a knife out, cut that stick of butter in half. Now, y'all know, Nana doesn't measure things normally. But because I'm trying to share something with you guys, I thought, well, if I have any expectation at all that you could replicate this recipe for yourselves and hopefully cause it to be an old family recipe in your family, I thought, well, I should at least probably try to measure things. So I'm going to start with about a half a stick of butter. And my apples are already, they're cut up and peeled and ready to go. I will tell you that my Grandma Nichols, she didn't usually peel her apples that she used for this recipe, and that's okay. We liked them, loved them, in fact, just like they were. Now, I'm going to let that butter melt. This measuring cup holds 6 cups. And I'm going to say that there's probably close to between maybe 4 and 5 cups of apples in here. Now, they're already, as I said, they're already peeled and sliced up. Reason for that is I actually just went and got them out of the freezer and let them thaw, because I do have a few bags of apples left from our apple tree, which we were very fond of that apple tree. And we came home one day and it had blown over, roots and all, just laid over in the yard full of apples. None, they weren't all the way ripe yet. It was summertime. But, well, we were very disappointed because we sure did love that apple tree. All right, let's get that butter melted. Let's go ahead and get these apples in here because we want them to start frying and getting happy. Now, besides some butter and some apples, sometimes you might need to add a little bit of water. You might not need to add a little bit of water. I'll keep an eye on these guys. They seem like they're probably, kind of juicy enough. Now, what if you don't have apples from your freezer, from your apple tree? Well, buy some apples at the store. Now, the thing I don't always love about recipes is they might say something like, peel and chop 5 apples. Well, I mean, you don't know how big of apples. So that's why I gave you kind of a little bit of a measurement as a I don't know, idea, a suggestion. Now, I've already got butter going. I have apples in here. First thing I want to add is I'm going to add some cinnamon. How much? Yeah, I don't know. Just start, tapping the cinnamon. I like to cover nearly every apple if I can, because to me, you kind of can't overdo cinnamon. Maybe you can, but this way we like them. This way my grandma made them, and they were delicious. Now, most of the time, you guys are probably going to have nutmeg that's already ground up. I don't happen to have any ground nutmeg. Now, I'm going to turn that down just a little bit because it's starting to simmer. Because I don't want them to get all crazy quite yet. I'd like for them to get a little more done than they are right now. But I've got a whole nutmeg and a grater. I guess it's probably officially a cheese grater. But anyway, I'm going to grate some nutmeg all over these apples. I don't even know if anything came out of there. Let me try a different grater. Trying not to grate my fingers. Oh yeah, I see some coming out. I see it coming out. I'm going to grate my fingers. Oh, that smells good. But I do believe it needs more. Now you can get a little too much nutmeg maybe, because to me it is a little stronger of a flavor than cinnamon. So, oh yeah, I'm smelling it now. Let's do a little bit more. If you were measuring this as already ground nutmeg, maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon. Again, make yourself happy. What flavor do you like? What flavor will your family like? Smell of it. Does it smell like nutmeg? Yeah, maybe. One more time. Let's go one more time on the nutmeg. Try not to get my fingers in there. Well, I think that's going to be good. That's all we're doing for now. We're going to do apples, butter, cinnamon, nutmeg. Get the lid on it. Let those apples simmer until they're tender. Now, y'all know they don't have to be like 100% all the way done, because you could eat apples raw. But, we'd like for them to get tender. Now, I have made the mistake before of cooking them too long, and then they just kind of turned into applesauce. I mean, it still tasted good, but that wasn't the goal. So I tell you what, I'll come back in about 5 minutes. I'll stir these guys around good. I want everybody to get some nutmeg and butter and cinnamon. And then when I determine that they seem to be just about right, I'll let you know about how much time went by. So don't go away now. Come right back. I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. It's been about 10 minutes. At about 5 minutes, I removed the lid and I turned the heat up, because I really am more interested in these guys being fried than just being steamed. And so, boy, I wish you guys could smell this. Oh my word. The whole house just smells like fall. The day you prepare this, you absolutely will not need one of those house smelly candle things that smells like fall, or apples, or cinnamon apples, whatever you want to call them. All right, well, my apples are done enough. Like I said, I'm not trying to turn them into mush. I'd really like them to still have a little bit of apple to them. And you can probably see, I don't know, maybe you can see into this skillet, because Papa decided to go back to the wood shop. I'm flying solo on this particular video. Well, anyways, I'm wishing and hoping that you could see what's happening right now in this skillet. Let me just see if I can tilt it up. Already, those apples were caramelizing, and wow, holy cow, looking, smelling, just absolutely beautiful. I did go ahead and put in the other half of that stick of butter, because honestly, those apples had cooked down enough that truly they were already caramelizing themselves, and my word, they were smelling delicious. Now, you could absolutely have served them already at that point, because they'll be sweet enough, and I've done that many times. But for today, I wanted to make something that would have a sugar-free caramel sauce in it. So while that butter melts, this is just, I'm not trying to advertise, for these folks. I'm not, associated with them or whatever. But anyway, it's a stevia brown sugar, and it really does work, and it really does not only taste like brown sugar, but it really just, let me see how I can do this. Oh man, It smells like brown sugar and it cooks like brown sugar. Now, y'all know, again, normally I would not be measuring this, but so that I could, make sure that you guys can try to make this on your own. Oh, my goodness, I hope you do. I hope you make this on your own. You're going to love it. Your family's going to love it. I was thinking about it. The most time-consuming part of the whole thing, really, is just peeling and slicing your apples, in case you're not fortunate enough, like Nana, to have some apples in your freezer from a previous fall. Anyway, I've got about a quarter cup. Let's just see how that works for us. If it's not enough, we'll add more. But I don't know if you can see this. My word, it is already just thickening into, I'm telling you, amazing. Amazing. I love it. I love how this is turning out. Oh my, I sure hope you guys try this. I wish you were here. If you could smell this, you would just be astonished. Wow. It immediately thickened up the rest of that stick of butter, made a beautiful, beautiful sugar-free caramel sauce. Now, I can't say, nor will I say, that this dish is keto friendly, because apples are, not particularly keto friendly to start with. But if you were wanting a little something, you wouldn't have to eat much. And I'll tell you how Papa loves this. He would be spooning these warm apples over top of some vanilla ice cream. But for my sake, or for my part, I just want to have a little taste of something sweet. Because sometimes, even if you're trying to follow a low-carb, ketogenic lifestyle, oh, it sure is a nice treat to have a little bite of something sweet. So, this is done. This is done. Y'all, if you had this cooking while you were making supper, I think we spent about 15 minutes total with the cooking process. Now, like I said, if you had your apples already cut up, and you would not have to peel them. Remember, I told you my grandma never peeled them. She just put them in the skillet, sliced them up. Took the core out, of course. But anyway, sliced them, put them in a skillet with some butter. She put some regular brown sugar on them. She put some cinnamon and nutmeg on them, and probably went on about her business while she was waiting on them to cook. She was actually a registered nurse, and she would work all night, and oftentimes she'd put something on to cook and just go lay down on the couch, take a little nap. So let's just go ahead and try just a little smidge. I think I do want to make sure I include a little of that caramel sauce. I want y'all to see it. Can you see that? Oh, wow. Okay, let's try these. I know they're hot. I'm going to burn a blister on my mouth, but oh my goodness, my mouth's watering, my stomach's growling. I'm really hoping that these turn out delicious. Oh my. Oh my. Wow. Just enough tart tang from the apples. Just enough body left to the apple. And the caramel sauce could not be better. Wow, that is good. Wow. Well, that's enough of a treat for me today, but boy, did it satisfy my sweet tooth. Some of that with a cup of hot tea, or some coffee. on top of a, I don't know, bowl of ice cream. Yeah, Papa's shaking his head. Yes, he walked in just now. Anyway, wow. I sure do hope you guys tried this recipe. And I hope that your family will enjoy it as much as our family does. And although for me it's an old family recipe, I'm hoping it becomes an old family recipe for you as well. Meanwhile, just in case no one has told you today, Nana loves you.